Daniel Sturridge was at odds with both Gary Neville and Roy Keane in the Sky Sports studio ahead of Arsenal v Liverpool. Arsenal entered the game looking to extend their lead at the top of the Premier League table to as much as 8 points, but defending champions Liverpool started the night 14 points behind them. Sign up for the Arsenal newsletter. Thank you. Sturridge refused to accept what Neville and Keane had to say about Liverpool. Neville suggested that Liverpool's drop-off this season potentially stems from lack of motivation after winning the title last term. He said, "They got to the top of the mountain, they won the league and then, exhales, we did it, and they basically relaxed. That's what happened. Are we questioning their mentality or are we saying other things? There's a bit of me thinking now, it must be a bit of that as well, they thought they'd done it." Sturridge's face gave away what he was thinking before he could even reply. Read more. He said, "No. Luis Diaz was one of the best players they had last season." Neville said, "They sold him." Sturridge said, "You've said it's a mystery, I'm giving you the solution to the mystery. Luis Diaz was the best attacker from last season. Salah set all the record. Diaz was tenacious up front, pressing, scoring goals, creating chances. Most read in football. Trent Alexander-Arnold was the most creative right-back we've seen in the last 15 years in the Premier League. Best online casinos, top sites in the UK. He doesn't play for the club anymore. We're talking about two key players that aren't at the football club. Jarell Quansah, centre-back. When Konate and Virgil weren't playing well, Quansah was there. He doesn't play for the football club anymore." Neville interjected, "I'm not buying that." Sturridge might have been reaching with the Quansah point, but the former Reds striker doubled down. He said, "It's the truth, Gary. It's the truth whether you like it or not. Particular players, the players who they've signed, Ekitike has hit the ground running. Isak hasn't hit the ground running. Ekitike is not here tonight. He's been the best attacker for the club, scored the most goals, been the most consistent. All in all, when you look at the squad and look at last season to this season, there's a big difference. They've lost key players. The players who have come in haven't performed to the level of the players they lost." Roy Keane, usually in the heat of a debate, sat by watching the exchange. Daniel Sturridge scored 67 goals for Liverpool credit. Bradley Ormisher, The Times. The Man United legend appeared to side more with Neville, stating Arne Slot's men have been poor champions. He said, "They've been poor champions. When you play for big clubs and win the title, it is always about what you do the following season. When they won it 4 or 5 years ago, the following year they were way off it as well. There will be reasons for it, injuries and recruitment. To be so far off it, 14 points worse off than they were last year, that's a big drop off. You face problems as champions, injuries, setbacks or whatever, and I just think they've not done the hard yards." Recommended stories. Sturridge once again argued. He retorted, "You've just made the case. If you want to say that, you can't negate the fact they've lost players they've spent money on. Of course Diogo Jota, God rest his soul. We're looking at a different team, a different philosophy." Quote,